got bright as hell. I wasn't even going to do this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I wasn't even going to do this. But I figured, why not? Might as well. Because, like, I was just going to end up having to do an update video about it anyway if I didn't do the live stream. So I was just like, fuck it. This is cutting into my daily plan, though. I'm supposed to be eating right now. Supposed to be making some break fast right now. So this is cutting into my day. Supposed to be making some of that break fast and then going into my weight training, but doesn't look like I'll be doing that on my regularly scheduled programming. Where the hell? Where the fuck's my remote? Ow. Shit. Ah. I don't even know why the fuck I'm here, honestly. Should have just made my damn breakfast. Just so you guys know, I will also be live tomorrow for the Pokemon Presents. That one I'm actually excited about. For anyone who did not get that in my last video, I will be live tomorrow for the Pokemon Presents. And I'll actually give a shit about what is said in the Pokemon Presents. Unlike this. It should be up. Should be going up soon, actually. Oh. Yep, there it is. Lord. Why would I go live on Twitch? I have no audience on Twitch. What? What is happening here, by the way? I have no goddamn idea what this is. I feel like YouTube's broken. I feel like YouTube's fucking broken right now. What is happening? Oh! There it is. Alright, well, gotta set this shit up. Good enough. Here you go. Alright. Focus more on that nonsense. Alright, let me bring that goddamn brightness down. There we go. Oh, don't fall. Alright. You can see part of my screen. His live streams are recommended more than his videos because he does more live streams than videos. What is your definition of successful? Which one I liked the most, or which one was actually the most successful in terms of business and profit?
Hey guys, I'm the advertising producer Kai. It's good to be back again.
Well,
and today we have... Hello everyone, I'm Leo. I work with Toshi as one of the producers of Dragon Ball Legends. It's great to finally be a part of Video and Stuff. This month, it will be the two of us presenting Video and Stuff.
No, Toshi?
What happened to Toshi?
What happened? Yeah, what happened to my man?
He's injured his back, so this month...
Injured his back? What the hell did he...
That's terrible news. I hope he gets better soon.
What
But now we do our best with our shaky English. So everyone...
Toshi injured himself.
Any slip-ups. We hope you still enjoy the show. This month, we'll be talking about the currently live 50 million user campaign, upcoming updates, and more, so stay tuned. Well then, let's kick things off with our first segment, Recent Update Info. Here, we'll be sharing info on our big update coming soon to Legends. First up is this. Please take away, Yo. Right. As of now, when you use multi-Z power, you have to claim them from the gift box and use them one by one, which takes up a lot of time. So we have plans to improve this by making the multi-Z power usage take as little time as possible. This is one of the ambitious updates we mentioned in previous video and stuff.
They still don't want you hoarding the shit, but they're going to make it a little bit easier. I'm fine with that.
Next up is...
I got 1,000 Z power just sitting though. I'm cool.
I think this change will make a lot of people happy. I bet. Originally, when collecting mission completion rewards from missions like unlocking and boost panels,
thank you.
Clearing story
I am
chapters,
so sick of being.
You have to do it one by one. With this update, as soon
fucking
as
finally, that should have been a change that was implemented like 2 years ago.
So you'll be able to complete a bunch of missions in one go and then collect all the rewards at once. You had to tap so many times after solo boosting that road.
Yeah. Especially if you soul boosted multiple characters.
Check this out. Before, you had to go to the Tournament of Power screen to see how much TP you had. But after the update, you'll be able to check it from the home and menu screens.
Why do I give a shit?
This update is for everyone who's missed out on playing the Tournament of Power because they didn't realize their TP was restored.
You're an idiot then, because when your TP fills up, not only does it send you a damn notification on your phone, but also the exclamation point appears on top of the icon in the menu screen.
A new feature.
The game literally tells you when your TP is full in 2 different ways already. You'd have to be blind and stupid to not realize when your TP is full.
This is a feature that's perfect for players who don't want to spend time picking out job requests and characters each time to fill their adventure slots. Plus, this feature will also unlock new slots for you if you have the necessary items. Having it all done automatically will be so awesome. Of course, I'm sure there are players who definitely want to put their 23 hours job request in slot 7.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the biggest update I've seen all year.
And next up,
the ability to not have to put adventures in my
with this feature, you can select how many times in a row equipment slot is deleted and upgraded. When you get a slot that's yellow rank or above, or if the rank increases, the re-upgrading will stop. So now, upgrading your equipment will so take less tasks. Just be careful not to use all your items and Zenny in one go. For all the players who previously thought upgrading equipment was a bit of a hassle, definitely give this feature a try.
So we can just fucking upgrade it multiple times in a row now. Instead of actually just making it easier to upgrade. You just let us upgrade it. You just streamlined the upgrading.
Can take a super long time. but it be so
From something good to
much
something
easier
shit.
to find characters with the abilities you are looking for with this filter. I've been looking forward to this. Being able to easily make.
Just show me the new LF, goddammit. I really don't give a shit about your some good, some bad quality of life shit. Just show me the new LF.
Before you have to go into the details of each character to check their abilities. To help you get a clear picture of what we mean, let's take a look. First, pick the rarity or episodes you want to find.
Hey, they added the ultra rarity up there.
Such as health or strike attack. By doing this, only the applicable characters you are looking for will show up. It's a super useful feature, so be sure to give it a try.
Honestly, that does streamline team building a little bit. I'm not upset.
We'll also be making some improvements to the battle system. First of all, as you may know, there is currently a way for players to restore key dwelling combo by not performing any actions in a small window between using perks. The issue is by using this technique and allowing for small intervals mid-combo, players can avoid the penalties to kill recovery and Dragon Ball acquisition chance that would normally apply to things like step combos, right? Yes.
I have no fucking clue what you just said.
Of stuff turns
Does this bitch have subtitles?
Fakest throwing characters, which is something
no,
we
it
want
doesn't.
to avoid.
God damn it.
So, at the moment,
I'd rather you just be speaking Japanese. I'd actually understand that better. I should just switch the Japanese one.
In all cases, except for the fastest combos where you link Earth's cards directly. Pocket Vanish is also going to become easier to understand too, right? Yes.
What is not to understand about type advantage? It's unbalanced and unfair.
At the same time, the enemy activates an Earth's attack. If it's
show me the LF that I only have 100 or 1,500 crystals to summon for, and won't care about either way.
This will help players.
I'd have so many more crystals had I fucking done the raid and all these events, but I just don't care. Perfect vanish. So you now have a visual clue of a visual cue for perfect vanish, even though I feel like perfect vanish shouldn't exist in the first place.
So making it easier to understand is a great change.
No, a great change would have been removing perfect vanish in its entirety. That would have been a great change.
Also, we've been receiving some feedback about how the current gameplay overly favors waiting for your opponent to make a move.
Yeah.
This is something we are discussing and will continue to discuss with the development team. We also have some changes planned for core battles. First of all, we'll be buffing the effect of the taunt. After activating taunt, you temporarily take less damage. Next, when you and your body choose the same Earth card for Rising Lash, it do even more damage. In essence, we're hoping to make it easier to pull
What are you saying?
Comebacks. Until now, the risk of being invaded made going for big damage a real scary.
What the
I'm
fuck?
looking forward to seeing everyone go for that ultra perfect Rising Lash. We should mention that ultra perfect Rising Lash is what we are calling it when you and your body choose the same art skirt.
That was weird.
When you perform a Rising Lash with your body, that's just a ultra Rising Rush. So far, we've shared a ton of info on the upcoming update, but we've got lots more planned, including making it so you can easily find Resident limited characters in their character list, so there's still plenty to look forward to. That's all for Resident updates. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Legend News. This month, I will be your newscaster. Super Saiyan Cabbage Senkai Awaken is coming. Super Saiyan Cabbage has some abilities that can buff Vegeta, so be sure to try using them together. That's right, backed by popular demand. Event. It's been tweaked.
It's the only hype thing about this.
Everyone lost, so get ready. SSGSS Vegeta is a range-type character with episode universe survival saga.
What
Tag
color is he?
Key, and tag Vegeta family. After using Earths, if his key is below a certain amount, he restores key and gains some buffs. So if you string together his Earths carefully, you can get a lot of value out of this ability. Thanks to things like his special cover change against Blast Earths, his defense is near flawless. Combine that with his long-lasting special arts effect, and
What the fuck?
like many Legend Limited characters before him, SSGSS Evolved Vegeta is a simple-to-use powerhouse. That's all for Legend.
Yeah, those punches at the start were fucking whack as shit.
Watching your Legend news was a nice change of pace. Did you?
No, it wasn't. Couldn't understand a fucking word you were saying. Never do a video and stuff again without Toshi.
Nervous, but it was so much fun to be able to present things to the players myself.
Well, we brought you a lot of info on the upcoming updates in today's Vegan stuff. We hope you enjoy it.
It's been a while since we've done a longer version, and so we couldn't help but share everything we could think of.
Right. I think from next
been
time we try
15
to include
minutes.
some other special segment too.
I guess that is a bit longer than usual. Usually like 6 minutes long.
It would be fun.
That sounds pretty fun. We have to get Toshi involved.
Yeah.
We got a ton of fun ideas for the future. Yep. Well,
I mean,
that's
I
all
said
for today.
Evolution
That's
Blue
all.
Vegeta was one of the
Thank you
last
for
units
timing
this
in,
game to
and
get
we
me to
hope
summon
you guys
for.
Continue to enjoy the 50
But actually
user
staring at Vegeta, I'm just like,
Bye.
why don't I care? I really want to care. But I fucking love Evolution Blue Vegeta. And again, always said that he was a unit that the game could definitely get me to summon for. But then I look at him and I'm just like, why don't I care? Like, is there just something wrong with me? Like, is there just something wrong with me? I don't care. I don't. I don't know. It's so out of left field, though. Like, what the fuck are they doing? They went from buffing they went from buffing GT and Future to movies to Frieza Force to Regen back to movies and now Universe Survival Saga and God Key. Like, what? This all of that in the span of what? 1 month? What the fuck are these guys doing? Oh my god. Vegeta's gonna come out with someone else. There's gonna be more units on that banner. He's just the one that they showed off. Like they're just doing so much random bullshit. And on top of that, the first half of that LF was that looked so bad. Like, what the fuck were those punches at the beginning? That looked awful. God, that looked terrible. Like, I'm hoping that was just like the video they used, and they just like had it at like a really bad frame rate or something. Because if that's how that shit looks when we get it in game, oh, that's depressing. Namek Goku's legendary finish might be whack as fuck, but at least it looks good. Those fucking punches were hitting Topo at like 3 frames per second. What the fuck? Oh, that's disgusting. Those punches were disgusting. Oh my god. It's like I'm all for God Key buff. Y'all know I love my God Key team, and Vegeta family is always a team I like getting buffed. I don't mind the fact that Kaba's getting a Zenkai. Honestly, I don't even think he's going to replace GT. I don't think he's going to replace Jiren or Vados on Rival Universe. But he definitely could have a spot on like a niche Kaba and Vegeta team. He could have a spot on Super Saiyans as a more offensive green unit. then Broly. He'll have his niche, most definitely, and he'll probably Zenkai buff Green Rival Universe. So if you want to get those Zenkai buffs on Vados without needing LF Beerus, or one on Jiren, then that'll be nice. Be able to Zenkai buff those characters. All in all, it's like not really that bad. I just don't really care, you know. If I gave a shit, I'd Zenkai Kaba. I like Kaba. I've got like 1,500 crystals. We'll do step 1 and 2 on the Vegeta banner. See if we can't pull a Revival Gohan and get Vegeta on the first step. But I mean, like I would summon for Vegeta. Like, don't get me wrong. If I had the money to just be like 10K on for Vegeta, I'd fucking do it. I like I said, I would summon for Evolution Blue Vegeta. I'd do it, but it's like I don't care enough to play the game and grind crystals. I don't know. They did just Zenkai buff Green Kefla. I forgot about that as well. If he does buff Rival Universe. Shit. I got a Zenkai Kaba. I got a 14-star Green Kefla. Pair that up with some Zenkai buffs with Android 18. Toshi got injured. That's why he wasn't on the videos. So he fucked his back up, apparently. So, get well, Toshi. You're the only thing that keeps me sane in this stupid-ass company and this dumbass game. Please get well soon so that the next video and stuff I can fucking understand. Like, I genuinely think I would have had a better time just understanding the Japanese version. I honestly think that would have been easier for me to understand. I don't know why they didn't just have fucking subtitles. I say just let them speak Japanese and have English subtitles for people who don't speak Jap. Like just make subtitles for every language, and just fucking let them speak Japanese. Like I don't get it. Like I get it. English is a very commonly spoken language, but when you like with Toshi, it's fine because he speaks fluent English and you can understand the fucker. But when it comes to people who don't speak fluent English, just let them speak Japanese and just have English subtitles. Though, you know what? At least the LF was not a Sun Family buff. Can we at least get a round of applause for them not buffing Sun Family with the new LF? It was not a Goku. I will give them a round of applause for that. We got a Vegeta family buff over a Sun Family buff for once. Like, goddamn. I'm going to be honest. I want Vegeta to be yellow because I'm so goddamn sick of Champa and not having Gogeta blue. High enough stars. I want Vegeta to be yellow. He can't be green because I'm not. If he's fucking green, I'm not even going to bother because he's not replacing Vados. I guess he can be blue, but I really like Revival Goku, so again, I won't summon for him if he's blue. Like he can honestly be any color, but I will not summon for him unless he's yellow. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I will not even bother wasting my crystals for Vegeta if he's not yellow. Because I have every single one of my God Key units are at 9 stars except for Corrupted Zamasu, who's at 7. So I will not summon for Vegeta unless he's yellow. because kind of sick of using Champa, and I don't have Gogeta Blue at high enough stars. And there's no possible way that he's going to be better than the purple Vegito Blue or Corrupted Zamasu. So, I mean, he could be better than Vegito if he's like really tanky, but I highly doubt he's going to be better than Corrupted Zamasu. So he sure as hell ain't taking the red slot. And he's not taking the green. The only colors he could realistically take are maybe purple if he's really tanky, and then yellow and blue. But again, he'd have to be really tanky to take the purple or blue slots. So the only color that would make sense is yellow. And that's the only color I'm going to even bother with summoning for. What do you mean, another Revival Gohan situation? Here's the thing. The thing that makes Revival Gohan so strong is the revival mechanic. That's what makes him as strong as he is. If he didn't have that, he wouldn't be so fucking stupid. Like, he'd definitely still be top tier. He does crazy damage, has an amazing kit, but he would not be rivaling some of the best units in the game if he did not have that revival mechanic. His defenses are fucking doo-doo. And there's a fucking reason for that, unless he's at high stars, of course, but Vegeta family could use Vegeta family needs every goddamn color. The only fucking color on that team that's at all useful is Angel Vegeta, and that's only because he's a fucking support type. So yellow is like the only color that team doesn't need. And even then, I don't fucking like Angel Vegeta because it doesn't really do anything in the actual battle. I mean, Majin Vegeta is fine, I guess, but Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is nothing more than just a glass cannon. I don't like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't think he's that good. The only thing he's good at is hitting you hard with blast cards, and that's it. He can't even hit you hard with all damage. It's just fucking blast cards. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is a one-trick pony, and he's not even that good at that one trick. And Blue Trunks is not designed to run on Vegeta family at all. Blue Trunks functions far better on Future and even hybrids than he does on Vegeta family. Even though he gets the same fucking buffs for being on Vegeta family, he just does not flow with the team very well. He doesn't really work with Vegeta family. He is very much a Future and hybrid unit. At this point, he's just a Future unit. Because I would say the new Gohan, the new Zenkai Gohan, works on hybrids far better than Blue Trunks does. So really, Blue Trunks is just a Future unit. It's the only team he has any form of synergy with. I would much rather use Majin Vegeta as my blue unit on Vegeta family than Blue Trunks. The Blue Trunks is better than Majin Vegeta, but Majin Vegeta has far better synergy with the team. I want to know why they didn't give us his fucking color. Like, I don't even care about his. Like, the thing is, right? They tell us, they give us little sneak peeks of the kit. I don't even give a fuck about the kit. I just want to know what color he is. Let's see if we got any info on Twitter. Yeah, I'd say yellow is the best color for him. Because realistically, what fucking team are you gonna run this Vegeta on? God Key. That's the team you're running this Vegeta on. You're not running him on Universe Survival Saga. Even if that was a complete team, you're not running him on Universe Survival Saga. And you're not running him on Vegeta Family because the team sucks. So structure him around God Key. Honestly, at this point, they should just like. As much as I would love more diversity in Dragon Ball Legends, they're clearly not good at it. So just structure him around the team that is actually good. Like, I just can't with Legends anymore. They've made it abundantly clear that they're just not good at diversity. So I would rather them just not try anymore. Just fucking just put him on the team that is better for everyone. And besides, more people use God Key anyway, so whatever. As much as I would love for him to be like exclusively structured around Vegeta Family and just be like a super powerful like red or green red or green unit, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. It was like, what actually good units does Vegeta Family have anymore? There's Majin Vegeta, who's only good at one thing, but he's good enough at it to fill a spot on the team as just your ultimate damage dealer. You've got the Angel Vegeta, who's decently good at support and tanking. Not amazing at any of it, but he serves his purpose. And that's it. All of the other teams are either not fulfilling a slot that they need to fulfill, or they're just bad. It's just like, fuck, man. Vegeta Family is 2 fucking units. Like, you could argue the 2nd anniversary Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, but he's that age. And we already have the support role from the Angel Vegeta, so it's not like he's doing anything that the team doesn't already have. There's no way in hell Corrupted Zamasu is being replaced by a Vegeta unit. I bet your ass Corrupted Zamasu is not being replaced by a Vegeta unit. You know how actually hard it is to replace Corrupted Zamasu with all the ridiculous bullshit that he does? Like, Corrupted Zamasu is a lot harder to replace than you think. Corrupted Zamasu is borderline broken. If Corrupted Zamasu had higher defenses, he'd just straight be one of the best units of the game. Corrupted Zamasu is fucking stupid. Here's the thing. You can't add another red option by having it be an LF. Having 2 LF options is still inconvenient. If you're going to give God Key another red option, it needs to be a balanced Zenkai, or it needs to be a normal fucking Sparking. You can't add LF options. Adding another option means that it's not as good but easier to get. You can't have an option that's both not as good and just as hard to get. That's not necessarily adding another option to the team. That's just adding another hurdle you have to jump over. Doesn't really do much for you in terms of actually building the team. crazy how frequently God Key gets buffed these days. Because like during the 1 year anniversary, or like for the first like year and a half of the game, God Key like never got buffed, like ever. Like during the first year of the game, it was like God, Goku, and Beerus, and then God Key didn't get another buff until like the 1 year anniversary. And then God Key didn't get like another really good buff after that point. Really until like the 2 year anniversary. Like they had the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. And then that was it. Like that was it for God Key till like the 2 year anniversary. But nowadays God Key gets buffed like every other month. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, that would make sense, actually. I don't know. I find it weird how God Key just suddenly started getting all these buffs. Just out of fucking random. There's no reason. Fucking they can't do a grade 8 form, yet Corrupted Zamasu's big ass is in the game and has a model damn near twice as big as Broly's. Like what? Lying motherfuckers. A fucking grade 8 form realistically in the game would not be much, if any, bigger than Corrupted Zamasu. Now, obviously, in the series, Corrupted Zamasu is nothing compared to a grade 8. But in the actual game, in the actual game, a grade 8 model would not be much, if any, bigger than Corrupted Zamasu. So it's like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, what the fuck are people talking about? Where they're like, oh, we can't do a grade 8. We can't do a grade 8 model. It's like, what? Fuck you. Yes, you can. Yes, the fuck you can. They make him a defense type. Rest in peace, Evolution Blue Vegeta, because we all know defense types get shafted. If he's a defense type, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to join Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the Gulag. That's the thing. Defense types are not destined to fail because Rage Trunks worked. Rage Trunks was a defense type, and Rage Trunks worked. Like, they just have to be smart about it. I think part of the reason why Rage Trunks was successful is his stats don't suck. His stats don't fucking suck. Bergamo is successful. Like, Bergamo's a defense type. He fucking worked. Like, defense types are not by nature destined to fail. It's units that they want to be destined to fail. When they give defense types awful stats and middling abilities, then yeah, like, I always forget Topo's a defense type. I always think he's a support type because anytime I think of Topo, I think of his support buffs, not his defensive prowess. Yeah, Rage Trunks could literally tank Rising Rush on release, heal it all back, and then do 6 times the damage that you did to him with 1 blast card. Like, Rage Trunks was ridiculous. I even said it in the anniversary comparison video. Rage Trunks is and likely will always be the best on-release defense type ever. It's just like, bruh. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Purple Cooler worked for a little bit. Purple Cooler worked for a time. I feel like Purple Cooler died faster than he needed to simply because he doesn't do any fucking damage. And he had to transform before he was at all decent in the first place. I don't doubt the new Vegeta will be good. I just don't think he's going to be all that. Simply because he's a Vegeta. He's a Vegeta unit. Vegeta units are always either really good one-trick ponies or they're just bad. I literally said in the anime, Zamasu is nothing compared to a great ape, but in the game, the model wouldn't be much different. Zamasu also dwarves fucking Vegito in the anime, but in the game, he's only slightly bigger. Obviously, game models are not accurate representations of, they're not fucking to scale. Game models are not fucking to scale models of the anime. In the game, a great ape would not be much bigger than Corrupted Zamasu because you don't have that much space on your fucking screen. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like in the fucking anime, Zamasu's fucking legs are about the size of Vegito. the Vegito only comes up to like Zamasu's stomach, if that. But in the game, Vegito comes up to like his neck. It's just like, yeah, they're not to scale models. You are aware that Corrupted Zamasu gets bigger throughout the fight, right? And that's the version of Corrupted Zamasu they used. Because normal Corrupted Zamasu is the same size. Like, the actual, like, initial Corrupted Zamasu is just as fucking big as normal Zamasu, just with a giant arm. The Corrupted Zamasu they used was the one where he inflated himself to about 95 times his size after Vegito pissed him off and he started crying. That's the fucking model for Corrupted Zamasu they used. I don't know why that wouldn't have been abundantly clear. No, Vegito will probably get the LF Gogeta treatment. Not an awful unit, but severely overshadowed by everything around him. I have no idea what color he is. I would like to know. I would very much like to know what color this asshole is. This is the scale of Zamasu that they used for the game. For anyone who is unaware of that, this is the scale of Zamasu they used for the game. This version of corrupted Zamasu. And look at how much bigger he is than Vegito. And it's not like it's just a camera issue. They're right up on that damn camera. He's twice the size. He's twice the height of Vegito and about 3 times the width. And that's the scale of corrupted Zamasu they used in the game. Bro, they could make this Vegeta the tankiest unit in the game, and he still wouldn't replace corrupted Zamasu on God Key. Like, I'm telling you, if all they gave him was a bunch of defense and a strong ultimate, he's not replacing corrupted Zamasu. They gotta crack this Vegeta all the way out, which I don't think they're gonna do if they really want him to replace corrupted Zamasu. They have to crack this Vegeta all the way out on top of giving him stupid defenses. Like, he's got to have some of the best stats in the game and have one of the most oppressive kits we've ever seen in order for him to be just a better option. Zamasu's not just offense. That's the thing. And God Key has no lack of defensive units. Zamasu doesn't need to be super tanky. If every single unit on the team is tanking rising rushes, then we have a fucking regen team. And we don't need that. God Key already has Vados constantly healing them. And as I said, if corrupted Zamasu had better defenses, he'd be the best unit in the game, including Zenkai's. Maybe Kid Buu would be better if he had better defenses. But if Zamasu had better defenses, he'd be a Z tier unit easily. Like half the game wouldn't even be fucking close. Zamasu does crazy damage, especially to Saiyans. He can lock you in for 3 counts with the fucking knockback green card that also gives him type neutrality. So he is probably just the single best green card in the entire game. He has one of the hardest hitting supers in the entire game. He debuffs you every single time he both kills you or you kill him. And the debuffs he gives are just outrageously stupid. He heals every single time he uses a Strike or Blast Arts card if his health is below a certain amount. He heals with his main ability. He nullifies endurance with his main ability. He does so much stupid shit. Corrupted Zamasu, like, his fucking unique abilities are like 12 pages long. Corrupted Zamasu but can he beat Goku? Yes. Yes, he fucking can. Why do you think they fused? Why do you think they felt the need to fuse? Goku was able to knock him down, but he could not knock him the fuck out. Yes, corrupted Zamasu could beat Goku. Otherwise, Vegito wouldn't have been necessary. Current Goku? Honestly, probably. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should have been the best unit in the game. That's just how that is. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should have been the best fucking unit in the game. Purple Vegito. At lower stars, no. If they're both at the same star count, but we look at them at lower stars, no, he's not better than Corrupted Zamasu. But at higher stars, he is, because he's far more tanky and can do a lot of the same stuff. And he also has a lot of shit in his kit. So if we're looking at like a 2-star Corrupted Zamasu versus like a 7-star Vegito Blue, then I would say Vegito Blue is probably better. But at the exact same star count, I'd say the only advantage Vegito Blue has over Zamasu is having better defenses, which does not matter in a head-to-head fight because Zamasu will just blast through his defenses either way. And Purple Vegito does not have the offenses to keep up with. If Purple Vegito cannot one-shot Zamasu, he's not beating him at all. If he cannot defeat him in one combo, he won't beat him at all because Zamasu will just keep getting stronger and healing, whereas Vegito will actually only get weaker as the fight progresses because all of his buffs only last a certain amount of time. Well, hello there. His legendary finish is the final explosion. We saw his legendary finish. And it looks awful. Well, the first half of it does anyway. The first half of his legendary finish looks like it was rendered at 5 frames per second. Actually, that Vegito does no strike damage at all. He only does blast damage. What? That Vegito has no strike damage whatsoever. What are you talking about? Oh God, that Vegito. That Vegito's strike damage is awful. The old Vegito Blue did good damage with everything. When he first came out, LF Vegito Blue, when he first came out, he did damage in everything. I know who Swift is. I watch his content sometimes. I can't watch it every day because he does the exact same fucking shit every single day. And if I tried watching him every day, I'd go crazy. But I do watch Swift. I'd suffer from sensory deprivation if I watched Swift every single day. But, yeah, I do watch Swift. I don't know why people thought they were coming out at all to begin with, but, I mean, there's a chance. People take V-Jump leaks way too seriously. People are like, oh, V-Jump said it. It must be happening now. It's like, probably not. Most V-Jump leaks are like a month before the shit happens in the first place. But yeah, there's a chance that it all comes out at the same time. LF Vegito Blue was good because of his entire kit. Like, there's a reason why Vegito is the best unit to have ever been released, and probably still is, even though he's not as good. He's not that good anymore. He's probably still the best unit to have ever been released outside of Zenkai's because his kit was dumb, his stats were dumb, his ability to farm Rising Rush was dumb. Dispo and Topo came out with UI Goku and Jiren. And we got the leaks for UI Goku and Jiren about a week before they came out. And Dispo and Topo's V-Jumps were like 2 to 3 weeks in advance. if not a whole month. No, the hell they would not. If they released Vegeta and Topo at the same time, Vegeta would most definitely be the LF. They would not release an LF Topo with Vegeta. If both of those units were released at the same time, the LF would always be Vegeta. That's probably why Topo isn't coming out with Vegeta, because they probably do want to do an LF for God Topo. And they know damn well they're not doing an LF for God Topo when Evolution Blue Vegeta is on the same banner, unless we're getting a double LF banner. Which is entirely possible. It is entirely possible for us to get 2 fucking banners. And we could have like an LF Broly and Gogeta situation where there's 2 LFs and only 1 new Sparking that's just on both banners. And then that 1 new Sparking would be the Kale and Caulifla dual unit. Kale and Caulifla assist unit. They would just be on both banners. Well, it makes sense that Vegeta would survive now, because he's in far better control of his energy, so he can actually detonate it and not blow himself up from the inside, just the outside. That's why his armor exploded, but not him. He detonated his energy from the outside, not the inside. He built it up and then just let it flow outward. Majin Vegeta couldn't do that because he was so not in control of his own energy that it detonated from the inside of him and not the outside and just turned him to ash. Literally. Everyone thinks you turned to stone for some weird reason. No, it's ash. Because when he hits the ground, he just goes everywhere. It's just an ash casing of his body. What if they transform to Kefla? Then I'm going to have to rob a bank so I can summon. If we get a Kale and Caulifla assist unit that fuses into Kefla, I am going to have to rob my nearest bank for some money. Which is weird because I'm gonna have to rob my own bank just to put money in my bank because I can't give them cash. They released his preview on Twitter. All right, let's take a look. Okay, yeah, they did. My phone's still on Do Not Disturb. Let's take a look at his animations. Serious. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Bing. The punches actually do look a little bit better here, but the very first part still looks weird. These animations are alright. I particularly just like Caulifla and Kefla because of their personalities. I'm neutral to Kale. I don't dislike her, but she's not entering any top 10 favorite characters, favorite anime characters of all time list. But I just like Caulifla and Kefla because of their personalities. I've always that kind of character. Caulifla more than Kefla, but yeah. S cells have been a thing since the Buu saga. S cells were used to explain Goten and Trunks' Super Saiyan transformations. Those things have been around for decades. That was not a new thing that appeared because of the Universe 6 Saiyans. That shit has existed for decades. I mean, they'll Zenkai them at some point, and they'll probably make them better then. Also, S cells are just a way to explain, or just a way to explain how Saiyan genetics work. S cells are not technically a real thing. They're just they're more of a measurement of how good someone's fucking genetics are. Universe 6 Saiyans just simply have better genetics than Universe 7 Saiyans. So it's far easier for them to obtain the Super Saiyan form. That's it. That's all that means. And it's a completely viable explanation. It's a completely different universe. So it makes sense that their genetics would be different. It's a perfectly reasonable excuse. Technically, I do have a YouTube mod, but he's at work. Gogeta wasn't necessarily a trap, but I mean, he was the headliner of an anniversary. He wasn't a trap. He was just designed stupid. Gogeta was just designed stupid. I mean, genetics matter. Just like in humans. Just like in humans, genetics matter. It's like some people are going to build muscle better and faster and cleaner muscle than others because they have better genetics. And the same thing goes for Saiyans. Universe 6 Saiyans have much better potential for power because they have better genetics. They can grow more powerful and get more forms in a more faster and efficient way than Universe 7 Saiyans because their genetics are better. The whole S cells concept is actually based off of real life genetics. Goten and Trunks had extremely good genetics because of their hybrid, and Gohan, all because of their hybrid nature of being half human, half Saiyan. Goten and Trunks especially because Goku and Vegeta were already Super Saiyans when they were born, so they got even better genetics than Gohan did. It's just it's a real world explanation. Like someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger I always say nigga because I like saying nigga. Arnold Schwarzenegger has much fucking better genetics than the majority of people. Yes, he was on fucking steroids, but steroids or not, his genetics needed to be damn near perfect in order to build the muscle that he built. Most people, even with enhancement drugs, are not going to look like him. They can take all the fucking steroids they want. Most people will never achieve what he achieved. Simply because he's got better genetics. And the same rule applies for the Universe 6 Saiyans. They were able to achieve stuff that the Universe 7 Saiyans either will never achieve or took much longer to achieve, simply because they have top tier genetics and Universe 7 Saiyans don't. It's just how that works. Even if Goku and Vegeta started fucking juicing, started using performance enhancing drugs, they still would probably not gain power at the rate of the Universe 6 Saiyans because their genetics are doo-doo. It's just what I'm going off of now. Universe 7 Saiyans had doo-doo genetics. No, steroids don't magically give you perfectly symmetrical muscles. They just increase the rate in which you build them. All steroids do is increase the rate at which you build muscle. It does not affect the symmetry of your muscles. It does not affect the actual size of your muscles. It just increases the rate at which you can build muscle. The amount of work Arnold put into his physique is still more than most people would be willing to do. Arnold still put in far more work than 99.9% of humans would ever put into anything, even with performance enhancing drugs. And the thing is, it's not even like he tried to hide it. Like, he was very open about using performance enhancing drugs because you needed to be on steroids back then. Like that's the thing. Like you needed to be on steroids back then in order to compete. A lot of bodybuilders, even today, are on steroids just for the sake of competing. Bodybuilding is a very, very taxing sport. It's very hard. And just like there are people that use steroids in football and baseball and basketball, there are people that use steroids in bodybuilding. To the point where there are separate categories of competitions. There are natural bodybuilding competitions and there are enhanced bodybuilding competitions. There are specific competitions for natty and not natty competitors because they know people use fucking steroids to look the way they do. And in a lot of places, steroids aren't fucking illegal. So. And there's also TRT and stuff like that, which is a different form of performance enhancement drug. It's technically steroids, but not steroids. It's a whole weird thing. You have to be like really into fitness to understand a goddamn thing about TRT. So, but yeah, steroids, no steroids. Arnold is still one of the most respected bodybuilders in history for a good fucking reason. And he was fucking strong as hell. He wasn't just big. He was actually fucking strong as hell. That's why there are strongman competitions named after him. The Arnold Classic, the Arnold Strongman Classic. Arnold was fucking strong. He wasn't just massive. He was fucking strong. Like, damn. That nigga could fucking curl me with one finger. Like that nigga could curl me pre-cut. So like pre-cutting diet, he could fucking curl me with one finger. Let alone now that I'm a month into my cut. It's fucking ridiculous. Hit. I mean, Hit really only took an L against Jiren, though. Yeah, sure as hell wasn't his fucking voice. You know what? Actually, it probably was his fucking voice. Why don't I like Game Press tier lists? Because they use conflicting rules that make it unfair for every unit in the game, and even if we go by their rules, their tier list is still wrong. Like their tier list has unfair rules, and even if I go by their rules, their tier list is still just flat out wrong. So yeah, Game Press is the definition of a bad hot take. They do two things that for me automatically ruin any credibility that the tier list would have, even if it's 100% correct. One, they look at units at different star counts. Zenkais are always at 7, LFs are usually at 3, and I think normal Sparkings are at like 6. That's not fair. Every unit should be looked at the same star count. You should not be looking at units at different star counts. That's not fair. And then also a unit's team determines where they are on the tier list. How good a unit's team is apparently has something to do with how good they are, which makes no sense. It's an individual unit tier list. You're supposed to be looking at units as individuals, not as a team. It's not a team tier list. So when you're looking at a team tier list, yes, how good a unit is on that team matters. But it's an individual unit tier list. How good that unit is by their fucking selves is what matters, not how good the units around them are. LF Future Gohan shouldn't even be on that tier list at 6 stars. He should be on it at 7 because the Zenkais are looked at 7 stars. And the only reason LF Future Gohan is in the Z tier is because of how broken the hybrid team is, not because he's actually Z tier. If he was actually Z tier, they would have put him in the Z tier when he first came out, and he would have been there ever since. Yeah, all of them should be at either 7 or 14 stars. LF Future Gohan has always been a mid to high S tier unit. We can argue back and forth all day about whether he's mid or high S, but regardless, he's always been mid to high S. When it comes to the tier itself, every unit is objectively in a certain tier. The exact placement of that tier can be debated. We can have differing opinions on the exact placement within that tier, but every single unit has an objective tier that they belong in. And Game Press does not understand that. Honestly, Namek Goku probably is like mid to low S. He's only fucking useful when he's the last one alive. I'd say he's low S before that point and he's high S after that point. So that would probably make him low S to me. That would average him out to low S. Or mid S, not low, mid S. That would average him out to mid S tier. Red Bojack is not better than Namek Goku. That is definitely some bullshit. They just said that because the movie's team is pretty good. I don't think Namek Goku deserves to be in the Z tier. He's not that good. But you're right. Honestly, if we look at both of them at 7 stars, I'd probably say LF Future Gohan is better. Is not better than Namek Goku, but more consistent than Namek Goku. So I actually would probably put LF Future Gohan above Namek Goku, just because I find him to be more consistent. No, they can't. No, they can't. The only way. Here's the thing: whenever you fight Namegoku, you have to fight him as if he always has a blue card. The whole you never know if he has a blue card, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You should always be fighting Namegoku as if he has a blue card in his hand at all times. It is far easier to play around Namegoku than it is to play Namegoku. Even if you're fighting someone who's experienced with him, it is still significantly easier for you to play around that blue card than it is for him to hit you with that blue card. Because the only way that you're going to get hit with that blue card is if you're just super impatient. You just have to be, the only way is to be super impatient. It's the only way you're getting hit with that blue card. I swear. The way you can tell if someone has a blue card, use a strike card, you do a strike card cancel. From full screen, strike card cancel. If they try and vanish it, they do not have a blue card. If they use the blue card, well, you just punish the shit out of them. Or if they vanish it and they use it immediately afterwards. So if they do manage to vanish you, just stop for a second. If they don't move, they have a fucking blue card. If they tap attack you or try to attack you in any way that is not the blue card, they don't fucking have one. It is not that hard to. You can even aggressively play around Namegoku. It's not hard. You can aggressively play around Namegoku. You can aggressively play around UI Goku. These characters are so easy to play around because they're so heavily reliant on that aspect that you really just need to do it. Like, you are almost required to fucking play around it because it's such an integral part of their kit. What if they do nothing? If they do absolutely nothing, then you know damn well they have a blue card. If they just fucking sit there and do nothing, you know damn well they have a blue card. That's the easiest way to tell if they have a blue card. They just back up and sit there and be like, so how you doing? What's up? That's why you don't fucking tackle Namegokus. Anyone who tackles Namegokus does not actually know how to play around Namegoku. Unless you know for a fact that your opponent will not punish you for it, stop doing that, computer. Unless you know for a fact that your opponent will not punish you for it, you should never try and tackle a Namegoku. Because anyone who knows what they're doing is going to expect you to do that. So it's just fucking stupid to tackle someone using Namegoku. You have to be fully confident that your opponent is not going to react to your tackle. And most of the time they don't, admittedly. Most of the time they fucking don't because they actually do have a blue card and they're trying to use it. I'd say about 70% of the time a tackle will work because they actually do have a blue card. But the other 30% of the time, they're either actually smart and they do have the blue card, but they expect the tackle, or they just don't even have one and they're just sitting there being dickheads. So it's like, it's very easy to tell if someone has a blue card, and it's very easy to tell if someone's actively trying to use it or if they're trying to just waste time for some unknown reason. Someone's just trying to like only wait for you to attack. It's not that hard. When you play enough matches, when you do enough stuff, it's not that fucking hard. When you've been playing a game for 3 fucking years and you fought so many of the same character both before and after their Zenkai, you just know how people fucking work. You just know how a certain character is played, and when people start to figure out new shit, everyone figures that shit out, and it becomes common knowledge, and now you know how to counter it. It's just Namek Goku is such a fucking overrated character, or unit, I should say. So he always has been so fucking overrated, both before and after his goddamn Zenkai. So goddamn overrated. That blue card is not that oppressive. If you get hit by it, it fucking is. That shit does way too much damage. But it also is tied for the single longest animation in the entire game with UI Goku's green card. Think about that. If you manage to vanish that ultimate attack, that super attack, you can go fucking make a cup of coffee, come back, and still have time to figure out what the fuck you want to do to him. Like, it's probably the most punishing super in the entire game, and the fucking reward you get for hitting it is good, I guess. It does a lot of damage, but you can't even nullify endurance unless it was the counter. Only if it's activated as a counter does it nullify endurance, and I bet a lot of people didn't know that. If you just toss it out, it does not nullify endurance. It has to be counteractive in order for it to nullify endurance, which is fucking stupid. Namek Goku's fucking overrated, but I'm now I'm now damn near 2 hours behind schedule. I need to make some breakfast, get my weight training in, get my steps in, all that good stuff, cardio, all that nonsense. So let me get out of here. I am, again, over an hour and a half behind schedule, so I've got to make up some time. I'm going to have to multitask. I'm going to have to get some steps in as I eat and shit. So. Yeah. We'll see what happens tomorrow when it comes to the game, and I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. Blue card only really one-shots you when he's the last one alive. And again, damage isn't everything. Namek Goku is just nothing but damage. Damage isn't everything. Yep, we got here. Peace.